It's the most wonderful time of the year. December is here and it means that Christmas holidays are just around the corner. So let's talk about how Canadians celebrate their most beloved holiday.
In this video, we're gonna talk about everything that makes this holiday so joyful. Or should I say merry? Ho ho ho! We'll talk about all these funky rituals of Christmas, the questionable food choices, as well as the little annoyances that the Christmas brings to us.
First, let's get terminology right. So when we talk about winter holidays or Christmas holidays, we're likely referring to December 25th and oftentimes the New Year celebrations along with it. December 25th and 26th are statutory holidays, days off. It's not uncommon for majority of Canadians to take the time between Christmas and New Year's off. And some Canadian companies are even forcing workers into taking the time off and closing their offices until the beginning of January.
So where does this holiday come from? Like many other holidays on this planet, Christmas has a religious significance. It marks the day that Jesus, the spiritual leader of Catholics, was born. Anyways, regardless of your religion or lack of thereof, Christmas has been one of the most commercialized holidays and has pretty much taken over the entire world. It has its own set of traditions like exchanging gifts, decorating Christmas trees, attending the midnight mass, attending the Christmas market, having and sharing meals with friends and family, and most importantly, waiting for the Santa Claus to bring the gifts.
So when talking about Christmas, we have to start with everyone's favorite, food. First off, you can build technically an entire restaurant menu on just Christmas food. Christmas dinner is probably the most central and sacred family get-together for Canadians. Families typically get together on the Christmas Eve to spend time with their families and loved ones. It's not pretty much of a party holiday, not for the most part, but rather a very tame and tight-knit get-together. If a Canadian ever invites you for their Christmas dinner, that actually is a sign that you're special to them. That is not to be taken lightly. When guests gather for the Christmas dinner, it's common to bring some food for the table or cook together. So when you come for the Canadian Christmas dinner, you will eat the most traditional Christmas meals like roast turkey, seasonal vegetables, mashed potatoes, meat pies, gravy, lots of it. Mostly pretty much very warm and hearty food. And since Canada is such a mishmash of different cultures, depending on which family you're celebrating with, French or French-Canadian, British or Ukrainian, there will be a special flavor to your Christmas dinner table. If there is any special dishes that we've missed, let us know in the comments below. If you want to have a drink, you can have some eggnog, a mix of cream and eggs, which is considered a holiday drink. If you're not into eggy, gooey things, mulled wine is another wonderful alternative. It's also known as spiced wine. It's an alcoholic drink, usually made with red wine, along with various spices like cinnamon, cardamom, and sometimes fruits. Almost like warm Christmas sangria. Coffee shops have also coined themselves on the market of Christmas business and offer coffees with flavors traditionally associated with Christmas, like burnt caramel, peppermint, and chestnut. Christmas dinner also has desserts like plum pudding, a fruit cake, and a ton of cookies. Not just any cookies, but the cute gingerbread man-like cookies. Families would actually often get together before Christmas for a cookie-making session together, where you can bake cookies, socialize, and mess around. Isn't that a wonderful tradition? Gingerbread cookies is actually one of the oldest symbols of Christmas, dating back to 1500s. In the 17th century, there were many superstitions about gingerbread. Witches supposedly made gingerbread figures, ate them, and thereby caused the death of their enemies. As a result, there was a period of time when baking and eating modeled cookies was illegal. And then, thanks to Queen Victoria, gingerbread men became holiday icons in the 19th century. The Queen popularized German traditions from her husband's homeland, along with evergreen trees decorated with sweets and cookies. Nowadays, these gingerbread cookies actually make a great small Christmas gift. So let's talk about gifts and decorations more.
Gifting is an important part of Christmas holidays, and that's what the entire Christmas industry is built on. holiday gift shopping. Many most responsible citizens start their Christmas shopping late November or early December. This spree informally starts with the Black Friday event, the big shopping event that follows the American Thanksgiving Day. That's when almost all retailers provide huge discounts of up to 80% on all sorts of items, from books and electronics to cars, flights, and so on. If there is a good time to go shopping for everything you've been wanting to buy, it's this holiday period. That's the hot tip number 1 for you here. If you want to make any significant purchase, and when we say significant, it's $100 or more, always wait till December or November. You will save a couple of hundred of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. But be aware that some sellers take advantage of holiday sales and they artificially inflate original prices to make it look like the normal price is actually discounted. So, presenting gifts is another important Christmas tradition. Gift giving happens on the Christmas Eve, but opening of the gifts usually happens past midnight or on the morning of Christmas, December 25th.
However, if you want to do the Christmas right, you've got to write a letter to Santa Claus, telling him about your wonderful deeds throughout the year and asking him for a gift. You then go to bed on the Christmas Eve, and by the time you wake up in the morning, the Santa Claus will have delivered the gifts you've asked him for. Who is the Santa Claus? It's an old bearded man that lives somewhere cold and far and delivers gifts to the good girls and boys. If you've been a bad boy or a girl this year, you'll receive a lump of coal. A lump of coal in a stocking is the universal sign for a child being punished. If you ask me, writing a letter to Santa Claus is the way to do it, because Christmas time is filled with joys and miracles, and honestly is the only holiday that really preserved this magic and warmth even to this day.
My favorite type of Santa is actually Secret Santa. It's a game played by adults, and there are multiple variations of it, but the basic premise of it is for each guest to buy a gift. Usually you define the budget of the gift together to make sure that all gifts have the similar value. Everyone packs their gifts up and leaves under the Christmas tree. The goal is not to know what's the gift and who's it from. That way, everyone gets a wonderful surprise for Christmas. By the way, did you know that Canada is actually a proud home of Santa Claus? Although something tells us that some of the Finnish viewers might disagree on that one. Canada is also home to the world's oldest and largest Santa Claus parade that happens in Toronto every year. Talking about Santa Claus parade, there are many more events happening associated with Christmas celebrations. This is what everyone is looking for every year. Apart from Christmas dinner, there are a lot of other things to look for during this period. Christmas market is a street market that runs during the entire month of December that's dedicated to selling all sorts of different holiday things, decorations, gifts, foods, and so on. Christmas markets are always filled with happy people, joyful music, and the holiday spirit. Santa Parade usually happens in big cities like Montreal or Toronto, and sometimes in smaller cities as well at a smaller scale. But don't miss it, it happens very early in the holiday season, usually around November 20th. Light festivals are also very common. Niagara Light Festival, for instance, entails lighting up the entire waterfall with Christmassy holiday lights. This year, Toronto Light Festival happens in Distillery District, and it exhibits local light artists and artwork to warm our hearts, inspire us, and put a smile on our faces. So make sure to check it out.
Who doesn't love a happy romantic holiday movie? There is no chance of getting away from the holiday Christmas tunes, like Mariah Carey's song All I Want for Christmas Is You. You will hear it playing out of every speaker in the city, along with some other classical Christmas tunes like Jingle Bells, Silent Night, and so on. There are also many movies made dedicated to the magical miracle time of Christmas, so it is a tradition to re-watch those during the holiday period. Or, if you're tired of the old classics, there are dozens of new Christmas movies that come out every year, so you will never have a lack of Christmas miracles on the screen. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Let me know in the comments below. For me personally, I think it's Harry Potter. How did it become a Christmas movie? I have no idea. It's probably the magical vibes and all that.
The most important part of every Christmas is the Christmas tree worldwide. It signifies life, longevity, light in the darkest time, and magical powers during the deepest winter. Germany typically gets the credit with starting the Christmas tree tradition as we know it, and it started in the 16th century. But long before Christmas became a thing, plants and trees that remained green all year had a special meaning for people in the winter. Ancient peoples hung evergreen plants over doors and windows. And in many countries it was believed that evergreens would keep away witches, ghosts, evil spirits, and illness. Most families in Canada will set up a Christmas tree during the month of December at home and decorate it with various ornaments, baubles, garlands, tinsel, and candy canes. An angel or a star are placed on top of the tree, and gifts are put under the tree. You can typically get a real fir or pine tree in many places in Canada, like grocery stores or special Christmas tree markets that are set up just to sell the trees. And if you're all into sustainability, you can purchase a plastic tree from Amazon, for instance. It's that kind that you can stow away every winter and reuse it all over again.
And that's it, guys! Thank you for watching and happy holidays!
Ho ho ho! And if you really enjoyed this video and find it informative or useful, make sure to tap that like button, or should I say, gently jingle that like button below, and subscribe to our channel not to miss any of our upcoming videos.
Stay warm and we'll see you in the next one. Take care!
Merry Christmas!